Google search CrackU free CAT mocks. Click on the first link. You can attempt 3 latest mocks in the actual exam interface. After completing the test, you get detailed solutions, analysis, and percentile along with your scorecard to gauge your All India performance. Click on the solutions to get video solutions from our expert faculty.
Hello guys, welcome to CrackU video series. In today's video, we'll be discussing about the selection criteria for the top IIMs. That is the IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, Lucknow, Kozhikode and Indore. So first, let's look at the parameters for selection. We know that the IIMs don't shortlist just based on the CAT scores. They also consider a wide variety of factors like the academics, your work experience and the diversity factor. So if we look at all these factors, we get a realistic picture of the admission process and then can try to achieve the required CAT score accordingly. So broadly, the selection process is usually divided into 2 stages. In the first stage, they shortlist for the personal interview based on these factors, and in the second stage, after the personal interview, they do the final selection based on certain parameters which we will be discussing later. Now, if you look at the CAT percentile, this is usually the sectional and overall CAT percentile for all the top IIMs. So for the VARC, the cutoff is usually around 70 to 80. Similarly for DILR and Quant, and the overall cutoff is usually around 80 to 90. But please remember that these are just the minimum cutoffs. But the actual cutoffs during the final selections are always higher than this. And other factors include your academics, that is your 10th, 12th and the graduation scores, and then the work experience. Next, we have the diversity factors, which include the gender diversity and the diversity in the field of education. So different colleges place different emphasis on the ACADS, work experience and the diversity factors. So if you can maximize your CAT scores, you can have a very good chance of getting a call from any of these institutes. Okay, now let's get started with the specific colleges. So first we have IIM Indore. So based on the latest selection criteria, as per the official website, this is the basic CAT score requirement. So as we can see, these are the cutoffs for the VARC, DILR, Q and overall for the general category. Similarly, we have the cutoffs for EWS, NC, OBC, SC, ST and PWD categories. Again, as I mentioned earlier, these are the minimum cutoffs to get shortlisted for the interviews, but the actual percentiles would be higher. Right, now after they select the candidates based on their CAT scores, they also additionally consider all these factors to shortlist the candidates for the interviews. So as we can see, IIM Indore places high emphasis on your 10th and 12th scores. So if you're someone who has performed very well in 10th and 12th but not so well in your undergrad, this is one of the very good colleges to aim for. So they have totally 74% weight for the 10th and 12th scores and only 20% weight for the overall CAT score. So this is one of those institutes which gives less emphasis to your CAT scores and more emphasis to the 12th and 10th scores. And usually this is how they calculate the weights for the 10th and 12th scores. This is specific for all the individual boards. So for every boards, they combine the data of the last 3 years, and based on that they calculate the weights, and also they have a score of 6 for the diversity factor, and all this adds up to a maximum composite score of 100. So based on this composite score, they do the shortlisting for the PI and VAT, which is the next round. So this is the composite score for the stage 3, which is the final selection process. So these are the weights given to different components. As we can see, 20% weight is given to the CAT score, and even in the final selection they give 10% weight to your 10th and 12th standard scores. So from this we can understand that they place a lot of emphasis on the 10th and 12th scores. So for the VAT score they have 20% weight, and for the PI they have 40%, and the final composite score is 100. And as we can see, they have no weight for your graduation scores. And also they have 0 weight for the WorkX. So someone who is a fresher and who has a very good 10th and 12th scores, if you can just maximize your CAT scores, you can definitely expect a call from IIM Indore. Next, moving on to IIM Kozhikode. First, if you look at the basic CAT score requirement for CAT score, and this is the sectional cutoff percentile. Similarly for other categories, the NC, OBC or EWS, and then SC, ST, PWD. So as we can see in the first round, they also place emphasis on your 10th and 12th scores. So the minimum cutoff percentage in 10th and 12th is only 60 for the general category and 55 for the SC, ST and PWD categories. Next, if you look at the stage 2 selection criteria for shortlisting candidates for PI and VAT, we can see that CAT has 45% weight and your 10th score is given a weight of 25% and 12th score has 15% and the diversity factor is 10% and the work experience score is 5%. And now coming to the stage 3, which is the final selection of for IIM Kozhikode. So in the final selection, that means which is after your personal interview. So your CAT scores are given a weight of 44 and the PI score is 44% again. And here they also have 12% weightage to your resume scores. So this is a unique factor for the IIM Kozhikode. And none of the other universities have weightage for your resume. So these guys look at the depth of your resume, your quality of work experience, your quality of acads, or if you have excelled in anything, and all such things. So they have 12% weightage for your resume. Again, this is based on their latest selection criteria. Next, moving on to IIM Lucknow. If we look at their basic CAT score requirement for their PGP program, we can see the sectional cutoffs are 85 percentile and 90 percentile overall for the general category. Similarly for EWS and the NCOBC, their cutoffs are 77 for the sectionals and total of 82 overall percentile. Similarly for SC, ST and PWD categories, these are the sectional cutoffs and the overall cutoff percentiles. And also IIM Lucknow offers 3 courses. One is PGP, ABM, which is Agribusiness Management, and Sustainability Management. In this video, we'll be talking about the PGP program and other 2 programs we'll be discussing in a separate video. But you can just have a look at the cutoffs for the ABM and Sustainability Management programs. So these are the minimum basic cutoffs. Now coming back to the PGP program, which is the flagship course of IIM Lucknow. So this is the criteria for selecting candidates for the interview. So we can see that the large chunk of the weight is given to the CAT score, which is 60% weight. And the 60% is usually calculated by A by B. So what this means is, so this numerator is the CAT score of the aspirant and this B is the score of the topper. So even though you get a 99 plus percentile, we won't usually get this 60. So if your CAT score is around 170 to 180 and the topper score is 240, then your score is divided by 240, which means you'd get around 40 to 45 marks out of this 60% weightage. And that remaining 20 marks is a large gap to cover, and hence you have to maximize your CAT scores so you can be as close as possible to this weight of 60. Now coming to the academics, so we can see that they give 10% weight to 12th and 10% weight to graduation marks. So though this is only 20%, this is actually very aggressive. So what I mean by that is, if you don't get more than 80%, so if you don't get more than 80% in 12th, so you get 0 out of this 10 marks. And if your 12 scores are between 80 to 85, you get 2.5. If it's between 85 to 90, you get 5 marks out of this 10. And if your 12 scores are between 90 to 95, you get 7.5. And if your 12 scores are above 95, then you'll be getting all the 10 points. And now coming to the graduation, so we can see they have 10% weightage for the graduation. And this is how the graduation weightage is calculated based on this formula. So this is not as ugly as it looks. It's a simple formula. So this just means that for a specific board, if you have near the mean score, then you'll be getting 5 points out of the 10. And if you're above average, you'll be getting more than this 5 points. And if you're below average, you'll be getting less than 5 points. And if you've performed extraordinarily well, then you'll usually get all the 10 points. And also this is one of those colleges which values diversity very much. So they have high weightage on gender diversity and academic diversity. So though this looks like just 10 points, it makes a lot of difference when coming to the shortlisting the candidates for the interview rounds. And they also give weightage to the work experience. They have 10 points for the work experience. So if you look at the work experience scores, if the work experience is less than 6 months, you usually get 0 out of this 10 points. And if it's greater than 6, with every additional month from 6 months, you will be getting 0.5 extra. and this goes on until 26 months, which is slightly more than 2 years, and beyond this it will be 10 points. And one more important point to note here is they consider the WorkX only up to July 31st. So for the first round of selection, they consider the work experience only up to July 31st. Now finally, if we look at the final selection, so we saw that in the first round CAT had 60% weightage, and in the final selection CAT has only 30% weightage, and your 12th and graduation have 5 plus 5% weightage. Earlier in the first round the weightage was 10 each for 12th and graduation, and if you look at the diversity factor, the weightage is 5, and the work experience, the weightage is 5, and the major chunk of the weightage in the final selection goes to their personal interview. So usually they also have 10% weightage to the written ability test, but due to the current COVID situation, they have decided to exclude the VAT from the final selection for the batch of 2021 and 23. So the total score is 90. It's usually 100, but now it's 90. And based on all these factors, they do the final selection. Next, moving on to IIM Calcutta, which is one of the top 3 IIMs in India. So IIM Calcutta is very famous for its culture, and it's also famous for the less emphasis it places on your academics. So if you look at the other 2 institutes, the 2 top institutes, IIM Ahmedabad and Bangalore, they place more emphasis on the academics as well, but IIM Calcutta gives more importance to the CAT scores. So if you look at their basic CAT score requirement, so these are the minimum cutoff percentiles for all the 3 sections, and the total cutoff percentile is should be greater than 85 for the general category. Similarly, if you look at the EWS and NCOBC, the cutoff should be greater than 65 for these 2 sections and greater than 70 for quant, and the total should be greater than 75 percentile. Then we have SC category, where the minimum cutoff should be greater than 60 and greater than 65 for the quant and 70 for the overall. Similarly, we have the other 2 categories, SC and PWD categories. But please remember that the actual CAT percentile should be high. Next, if you look at the shortlisting criteria for the interviews, as I mentioned earlier, the major chunk of the weightage goes to the CAT scores. This is 56% weight. Next, they have 10%, 15% and 15% weight to your 10th, 12th and bachelor's course respectively. But you need not worry that this is a lot of weightage for your academics, especially as a bachelor's degree, because most of us usually would not have done so well in our bachelor's. But if you score only above 60%, you get all these 15 points. And even the 10th and 12th scores, they're not very strict about these. So what I mean is, if you got more than 80% in both your 10th and 12th, you get the entire 10 points and 15 points. And of course, they also have a gender diversity factor, and this is awarded 4 points. So if you look at their 10th and 12th weightage, so we saw that their maximum weightage is 10 and 15 for 10th and 12th. And if you score greater than 80%, greater than or equal to 80%, you get all the 10 points in 10th and all the 15 points for the 12th scores. Similarly, if your score is between 75 and 80, you get 8 points and you get 12 points here. And similarly, this is the list of scores for all the other ranges as well. Similarly, if you look at the graduation weightage, as I said earlier, if your graduation score is greater than or equal to 60%, you get all the 15 points. And hence, if you didn't perform very well in the graduation, you still have a good chance of making it to the IIMC, provided if your CAT score is very, very good. So just focus on maximizing your CAT score, and you have a good chance of getting a call from IIM Calcutta. So next, if you look at the final selection weightage of IIM Calcutta, we can see that the CAT score has only 30% weightage here, and the major chunk of the weight goes to your personal interview. So if you perform very well in the personal interview, you can maximize your scores here. Again, they also usually have VAT. They have 10% weightage for VAT, but again, as due to the COVID situation, they have excluded the VAT. So if we can see the combined score for CAT and the personal interview, this is 78%. So this entire 78% is in your hands. And they also have 4% weightage to the non-engineers, I mean the academic diversity. And your work experience is also given 8 points. So let's see how are these 8 points given. So those 8 points are the maximum. Initially the points for the work experience increases with the number of months of work experience. So if you have less than 12 work experience, you get no points. If it's between 12 to 18 months, you get 2 points. Here you get 4 points, and if it's between 25 to 30, you get 6 points, and a maximum of up to 36 months you get the maximum points of 8. Now beyond 36 months, which is 3 years, if your work experience is more than 36, if it's 37, 38 and so on, the points for the work reduces. So you get the maximum amount of 8 points only if your work experience is up to 3 years, and beyond that again the points reduces. If you have greater than 48 months of work experience, you'll get only 2 points. So that's about IIM Calcutta. Next, let's move on to IIM Bangalore. So IIM Bangalore is one of those institutes which is known very well for rewarding the consistent performers. So getting a call for those who didn't really perform well in their academics, getting a call from IIM Bangalore is really difficult for them, because they give a lot of emphasis on the work experience and the acads. So let's look at those things. Again, the basic CAT score requirement is as follows. For general category, these are the sectional cutoffs, and this is the overall. So 85 percentile is the minimum cutoff for the general category. Similarly, for NC-OBC and the EWS category, these are the minimum sectional cutoffs, and 75 is the overall. Similarly, for the SC, ST and PWD categories. Now coming to the criteria for shortlisting the candidates for the interview. As I said, they give a lot of emphasis for your 10th, 12th and graduation marks. So we can see that they give 50% weightage to the academics. So that means if you have not performed so well in your academics, the likelihood of getting a call from IIM Bangalore is less. Even if you score very well in CAT, your CAT score only constitutes 40% of the overall, and your work experience constitutes 8 points. So if you have 3 years or more work experience, you get all the 8 points, and this is the formula they use to calculate the work experience. So if you have a maximum work experience of 3 years, then you get all the 8 points, and even if you have more than 3 years, it stays as 8. This is unlike the case of IIM Calcutta. We saw for IIM Calcutta, if you have more than 3 years, the points awarded for the work experience go down. But in the case of IIM Bangalore, if you have a work experience of 3 years or more than 3 years, the maximum point stays the same. It won't reduce. And they also give 2 points for the gender diversity. And also apart from this, they also call the top 10 candidates who scored very well in the CAT. Or if you have excelled in your academics, that means if you are in the top 10 of your engineering degree or your bachelor's degree, or if you're a top performer in the CA or CS, etc. So if you're in the top 10 among any of these, you directly get an interview call. But of course, the interview and all the process like VAT and all remains the same. And unlike IIM Calcutta, so we saw in IIM Calcutta, if you get more than 80%, you get all the 10 points for your 10th and 12th scores. But for IIM Bangalore, it's a little different. So what they've done is they've consolidated the marks of the last 2 years for all the boards and across all the degrees. So for example, the person who belongs to the arts category and he scored 85% from the state board, and there's another person who scored 85% from the CBSE board. Now are these both going to get the same points? It's likely that the CBSE board can be tougher or the state board can be tougher. So what they do is they consolidated the past 2 years scores and they scale it accordingly. So this is the formula they use to come up with your score in academics. So you don't have to worry about this formula. You can think of it as the formula they use to relatively scale the scores across all the degrees and boards. And then based on that, they finally give you the score for your 10th, 12th and your graduation. So unlike IIM Calcutta, they don't have a fixed score of 80% or something like that. So here the points you get are related to the performance of your peers as well, based on the past 2 years record. Based on the past 2 years record they have. So finally coming to the final selection criteria of the IIM Bangalore. Even here it is a little difficult to make it in the final list, because even in the final selection we can see they give emphasis to your academics. Unlike other institutes, they have 25% weightage for your 10th, 12th and your graduation marks. If we saw for IIM Calcutta, in the second round, that means in the final selection round, they have no weightage for academics. So if we can see the final selection of the IIM Calcutta, There's no weightage given to academics here. But here for IIM Bangalore, they give 25% weightage to your academics and only 25% for CAT score, and 30 points are given to your personal interview. For IIM Calcutta, this was much higher. This was around 48%. Then they have 10 points for VAT and 10 points for the work experience. And this is based on a 5-point multiplier. This is 0.25, 0.51, 1.5 and 2. So let's say if you have 12 months of work-ex, so if we look at this formula, 12 into 8 by 36, which means you'll get about 8 by 3 points. And now that 8 by 3, based on this, now the interviewer decides the quality of work experience here. For example, if you're someone working in the IT sector, you get usually the multiplier will be 0.5 because IT, it's fairly common. It's a fairly common sector. And if you have done very well in IT, then the multiplier will be 1. So based on the quality of your work, the points of your work experience will be multiplied. So if your multiplier is 1, so here it will be 8 by 3 into 1. And if your quality of work experience is very good, then you'll here the multiplier will be 1.5. But getting multiplied with a multiplier of 2 is very, very rare. And of course, the overall weightage is 100. So based on all these factors, they they prepare the final list of the candidates that get selected for the IIM Bangalore. But again, you don't have to worry much about this. So there was one candidate who has not so good academics but still made it to the IIM Bangalore. So though they mention this criteria, they won't exactly disclose the final selection criteria. So this is just to give you a rough idea of the selection criteria based on their official website. Now finally, IIM Ahmedabad, the dream destination for all the MBA aspirants. So let's look at its admission and selection criteria. The selection criteria here is a little complex. We'll look at it. So first, if we look at the basic CAT score requirement, so we can see that the sectional cutoffs are 70 and the total minimum cutoff percentile is 80 percentile for the general and EWS category. Similarly, for the NCOBC and transgender category, these are the cutoffs, and the overall is 75. Then we have SC, ST, PWD category. These are the minimum required cutoffs. Now, if you look at the stage 1 selection criteria for the interview shortlisting, here we can see the major chunk is for CAT. So they give 65% weightage to CAT and 10% each to your 10th, 12th and graduation scores. This is relatively less when compared to IIM Bangalore. In IIM Bangalore, we saw the cutoff for your academics was, the weightage for academics was 50%, and for CAT the weightage was only 40%, but here the CAT has 65% weightage. So if you perform very well in CAT, you still have a good chance of getting a call from IIM Ahmedabad. And for work experience, they give 5% weightage. Usually for 3+ years of work-ex, you get all the 5 points. Now let's see how they come up with these points. They have something called this application rating score, which makes up to 35 points. So these are those 35 points. And if you look at the first one in the application rating score, the 10th marks, these are the scores they give for various scores in your 10th. So if you get greater than 90 in 10th, you get all the 10 points. And similarly, these are the scores for other ranges. Now, if we look at the 12th marks, these are the rating scores for different streams: science, commerce, arts and humanities. Now, if we look at the scores they give for graduation, for your graduation marks, so they have categorized the different streams in graduation. So these are the various academic categories. AC stands for academic category. So usually AC1 stands for MBBS. And here if you have done CA or CS, so you come under this category. And if you have done any course in BBM, commerce or finance, you fall under AC3. If you are an engineer, you fall under AC4 category. And if you belong to arts or humanities stream, you fall under the AC5. And these are the various scores that are given for these ranges. So these are your graduation scores, and these are the scores given for different graduation scores. For example, if you belong to this AC category 5 and if you have scored something between 60 to 65% in your graduation, you get 5 points. And similarly, these are the scores given for your work experience, the months of work experience. If you have less than 12 months, you have 0. Similarly, if you have greater than 36 months of experience, you get all the 5 points. Now they combine all these scores which you get in A, B, C, D. So D is for work experience, C is for graduation, and so on. And they combine all this score and then they come up with something called this application rating score. And then again, this sums up to 35, which is the maximum score. And they don't directly take that score, they relatively scale it. Next, if you look at the stage 1 calls, that is for shortlisting for the shortlisting candidates for the interviews. So this is where it gets a little complex. So if we saw that for IIM Bangalore and Calcutta, the shortlisting was relatively simple. It was based on the composite score. And for IIM Bangalore, they additionally had this top 10 candidates. So they also call the top 10 candidates who performed well in CAT or their academics. But for IIM Ahmedabad, they shortlist the candidates for the interviews in 2 ways. So first, they call the candidates who have excelled in the individual academic category. So that means, so we saw they already categorize the candidates based on various academic categories, such as arts, humanities, commerce, engineers, and so on. And within these respective academic categories, they further subdivide based on these categories such as general, SC, ST. So if you belong to, let's say, AC category 2, again they subdivide you based on AC category 2 general, AC category 2 SC, ST, NC, OBC, and so on. So each AC, general, SC, ST, and so on. Now from each of these subcategories, they shortlist the top 5% candidates. And this is done for each and every academic category. And once they shortlist all those candidates, they'll be subjected to fulfill these criteria, C1 to C3. And if these top 5% don't satisfy this criteria, then they won't fall under this category. They'll be coming under the next category, the second way of selecting candidates. So that means they select the first shortlist these 5% candidates, and if they also fulfill this C1 to C3 criteria, they are directly called for the interviews. And the remaining candidates which don't fall under this top 5 and which don't fulfill this criteria, they're selected through this second way, which is based on their composite scores. So this is the usual selection way. 65% weightage is given to your CAT score and 35% is given to your application rating score. So based on this composite score of 100, they shortlist the remaining candidates for the interview. So though you don't belong to this category, the first way of selection, if you can still manage to get a good score in this second way of selection, you still have a good chance of getting the call from IIM Ahmedabad. And of course, again, these people who are shortlisted in the second way of selection, again, they have to fulfill this C1 and C2 criteria. So what are these C1, C2, C3 criteria? So C1 is simply your overall and the sectional cutoff percentile in CAT. And of course, you have to meet this criteria. And C2 is your average of your 10th and 12th marks. So if you're someone who belongs to the science category, your average must be above this range, these scores. So if you're someone belonging to commerce and the general and EWS category, so your average must be above 77. Similarly for other categories and for the arts and humanities categories. So this is the C2 criteria. And we saw this C1, C2 criteria must be met by both these candidates who come under this category and this way of selection. And now coming to this C3 criteria. So this means that you have to be in the more than 80th percentile in your academic category in various sections. By various sections I mean general, OBC, and all the other categories. So within that, in your academic category, you have to be more than the 80th percentile. And again, this only applies for those candidates who get selected in that first way of selection, this selection. So if you fulfill all these 3 criteria and you fall in this top 5% category, you get directly shortlisted for the interviews. if you want a more detailed understanding of all this entire process, we are providing a direct link for the IIM Ahmedabad selection process. So you can directly just click on the link and read through the entire selection process, which is given in detail. Okay, finally, now if we look at their selection criteria, the final selection criteria. So as we can see, the CAT score has only 25% weightage in the final selection round, and the best thing here is the personal interview has a maximum weightage of 50 points. So if you perform very well in the personal interview, you have a good chance of making it in the final list. And so IIM Ahmedabad also give 50 points. So this is more than IIM Bangalore and Calcutta as well. So IIM Bangalore doesn't give so much weightage to personal interview in the final round, and also IIM Calcutta gives 48% weightage to the personal interview. And they also give 10 points to the analytical writing test, and your application rating score is given 15 points here. So again, as we can see here, in the final selection, there is no weightage to your academics. So unlike IIM Bangalore, IIMA does not give weightage to academics in the final round. They have like almost 85 points just for CAT scores, personal interview, and your analytical writing test. So all this is within your control. So if you can perform well in the CAT and the personal interview, you have a good chance of converting the IIM Ahmedabad. And only 15 points are given to the application rating. But of course, though the personal interview makes 50% of the entire weightage, remember that the personal interview is not very easy for IIM Ahmedabad. Performing well in the interview is not a joke. You have to prepare very well for this. You need to have a very good profile, and you need to have a very good clarity of what you want to do, where you're headed, why do you want to pursue MBA, and so on. But once you perform well in the interview, you can again have a good chance of making it to the final list. So that's about it. These are the selection criteria for the top 6 IIMs in our country. Again, these are all based on the latest information. Again, as I mentioned at the beginning, don't worry about all this selection criteria much. Just focus on maximizing your CAT scores. So if you can get a very good CAT score, you'll definitely there's a good chance of getting a call from any of these top 6 IIMs. So if you have very less scores in your academics, still you have very good chance of making it to some of these IIMs if you can maximize your CAT scores. So thank you so much guys, and all the best for your preparation.